is me, Clay. I am back. I made it. I made it. I didn't think I was going to, but I did. Um, okay. Yeah, so yesterday let's see here. I went out and canvassed for Corey Bush. Wasn't that lucky with doors this time. Only a few people answered in total out of like 20 or 30 houses that we knocked on. So, not every day you're gonna get like 10 or 15 people, but it is what it is. But a couple of people we talked to, I think, seemed interested. So, every person counts. We left out a lot of flyers for all the people who didn't answer, or a lot of literature, so, they'll at least be in the know. Um, After that, I came back home. I basically dicked around for a while playing video games and stuff. I ended up going for a walk and I randomly stopped at a bar and had a brew outside because it was such a nice day. So that was fun. And then I came back and I played D&D. We had some friends over. We played D&D for a few hours from like 8 to 11. Uh, Way past my bedtime. I went to bed around midnight. That's why I'm saying I didn't know if I was gonna make it here today, but I did. Um, and yeah, then I basically just woke up and came right here, came right to you. I'm slightly, just ever so slightly hungover. I had a grand total of 3 beers yesterday. But once you hit 30, those 3 beers, it's the equivalent of like back when I was, a 22-year-old and I had like 12 beers, it's like each beer hits you real hard once you get to be my age. Okay, like the stream title says, today is primarily just going to be a casual stream. I don't have anything really planned. I'm just gonna kind of scroll around on YouTube. We'll see if we can find some interesting videos to react to in terms of the current news. Um, I'll probably read a couple articles. I know that I have at least one that I do want to read today, but I usually do that after we've dicked around on YouTube. After I've hooked everybody with with the fun or with the visual content, then I go into you gotta read words content. You gotta be a little nerd to learn shit. So, okay. Well, let's see what we got here. I probably should have at least picked one to start with, but you know what? It's okay. We'll do this one. This is a quick one.
We got a lot.
So, I did hear about this the other day. Um, that jury has found Elon Musk liable for misleading investors ahead of Twitter acquisition. My understanding is the verdict came out a mixed bag. I think he was found guilty of two or liable for two, and one of them he was not held liable for. Um, this is related to if you remember when Elon Musk famously uh, went out to Home Depot, bought a kitchen sink, and then walked it into the headquarters of Twitter for the memes or whatever. A very serious person he is, a very serious CEO he is. Um, well, as a part of that process of walking into Twitter with a sink, he actually bought Twitter, if you didn't know, for $44 billion. And uh, I think that some of I don't know exactly how. I think it had to do with like the people who lent him money or something thought that he like they sued him or something. And so anyway, let's see what they have to say here about it instead of me just trying to get my hungover brain to try and remember all these facts from like 4 years ago or however long it was.
We got a lot of breaking news this hour, folks, and we're getting back to the breaking news I mentioned at the top of the show. Learning of a jury in California finding Elon Musk liable for misleading investors by driving down Twitter's stock price in the months leading up to this accusation of the social media giant back in 2022, which he later renamed X. Want to go to Misty Maris, who's standing by for us on this. Listen, Misty, this is a pretty big deal, right? The purchase price, I believe at the time, was $44 billion. This was a civil trial. He's now been found liable of driving down that price. he's probably going to have to pay a hefty fine. Yes, he is one of the wealthiest, if not the wealthiest man in the entire world. But nonetheless, how is this playing out for you?
Yeah, this was interesting, an interesting trial to follow. So this related to 3 tweets during this critical time period of May 2022 until that Twitter deal closed in October of 2022. And so the jury has found him liable for those tweets, determining that they were materially misleading and led to the damages of the shareholders who sold during that time when it caused that Twitter stock to tank. So now what's going to happen? The jury has said that they'll be.
I hope they'll show what the tweets were. I can't remember what tweets they're talking about.
In between $3 to $8 a day that these stockholders will be entitled to. And there's going to be a calculation, Yaz, relating to each individual stockholder, when they sold it, how many shares, what that means for them. So this could be thousands of people, and you're talking about significant damages that are going to be paid out. I should mention the jury did fall short of saying that Musk intentionally engaged in a scheme to defraud. So keep in mind, the legal standard here was either recklessly or intentionally. So looks like they thought it was reckless, but not necessarily a plan to really drive down that stock, as the plaintiffs had argued.
So we've got that in one bucket. There's another trial that we have been.
By the way, I heard that the amount that he'll probably pay out in total, this was what I read in the article that I was reading yesterday, is around like $2.1 billion or whatever, which is a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money for him. But
watching, obviously, for the last few weeks or so, and that is this.
And also you know how rich people do. They're gonna, I'm sure, like try to appeal and drag it out as long as possible and all that sort of stuff. And like delay, trying to pay out the money that he owes. But yeah, I mean, it's still like, I guess, a good thing for these people who, were they lost the money that they were owed or whatever. So
social media trial, and it's about addiction involving apps like Instagram and Meta as well. What are we expecting there? We're waiting on a verdict.
Yeah. So this has been in jury deliberation since Friday. So now a week. I think the tally is up to 30-some hours. And I'm not surprised to see it taking a while because, remember, it's YouTube and Meta. The jury has to analyze it as if it were 2 separate trials. And then if they find liability, they have to determine damages. So it's a complicated analysis. We're waiting here. I've been on verdict watch this whole week. You know what happens on Fridays, though? A lot of times you see that decision coming in. So we'll be here waiting to see if we, in fact, do get that verdict, largely consequential, not just for these 2 entities, but also for big tech overall.
Misty, thank you for being on this for us.
We thank you.
Thank you, Misty. Okay, well, that was just a little, a little starter story, a little teaser for the Technically Clay stream. While we hopefully get some people to show up. Let's see here. The next one that I was going to watch was this one just caught my eye.
Let's get more reaction.
Give me 1 second. I heard about this one as well, so we can actually see the comments. But guys, the most what's the word? The most compromised FBI director of all time, Robert Mueller. He's dead. He's dead, guys. We got him. Trump got him. Trump got the last laugh. Somehow Trump outlived him, I guess. So, yeah, apparently Robert Mueller, for those unaware, the Mueller investigation was a huge deal back in the day. That was back in, I guess, the Trump 1 era, where they were just investigating Trump's ties to Russia. It's around, if you know, the whole Russiagate sort of situation. And I think if I remember correctly, that was his primary investigation. And I think that he came out and said that he didn't have any, like there was no actionable offense or something, if I remember correctly. But sorry, it's been a while, and also I'm a little hungover, so I'm probably not explaining it very well. But anyway, Trump got him. He's dead. We assume of natural causes, but with Trump, you never know. So let's see what happens. What happened? We're gonna watch Trump's reaction. So this is Trump reaction to ex-FBI chief's death, debasement of public life in U.S. Expert says. France 24.
with American lawyer and public prosecutor Reed Browdy. He joins us right now. Reed, thanks so much. Just on those Truth Social comments, can I just get your reaction?
Well, it just how far we have fallen in the United States under Donald Trump. I mean, for a
True.
president to respond to the death of a distinguished FBI director with that kind of language tells you everything you need to know about the debasement of public life in the United States. I mean, Robert Mueller represents a model of institutional integrity and independence that frankly feels increasingly distant today. I mean, this
Ah,
was a
dude, we're way past
Republican
that.
who was appointed to the FBI by George Bush. He was kept on by Barack Obama.
Stupid.
He was trusted.
Stupid. Democrats, stop doing this shit. Stop trying to stop trying to like hold on to quote unquote the good Republicans or whatever. Toss them to the curb.
Across party lines. I mean, I didn't
Stupid. No,
necessarily
never, never, never go across party lines. When you're dealing with fascists, never, ever, 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 ever. You defeat them, you smash them into dust, and you kick them to the curb. That's the only thing you can do. That's the only way a functioning society can function, is if you kick your fascists and Nazis to the curb and crush them into dust.
agree with everything he did, but he embodied this idea that law enforcement doesn't serve the president. I mean, he stood up when I mean, he was the FBI director on 9/11, but when George Bush put in this NSA, National Security Agency surveillance program, he went to George Bush and threatened to resign if he did not pull back. And you know, you compare that with what we have
It's just
today. I
so,
mean,
sorry, this is some bullshit. Like so okay, yeah, there was a bygone era of like people not being as absurd and vulgar as Trump, but all of these freaks also, like including Robert Mueller, were all entrenched in power. They were all wheeling and dealing in the circles of the elites. They were all you know, implementing policies and slowly, like, even if he was threatening that, like, it still happened. Like, he didn't stop it. Like, and so I don't know. Like, these forces that are behind the scenes of our country are a lot bigger than any one individual. I don't lose any sleep about someone like Robert Mueller like dying, and I also don't give a shit if Trump bad mouths him or like talks shit on him, because I also talk shit on him a lot.
Kash Patel, the head of the FBI, you know, somebody who is a political operative who didn't get any Democratic votes for confirmation, you know, who pledged to use the FBI to go after Donald Trump's political enemies, you know, who amplified election denying stuff. You know, you just compare.
Yeah, I mean, it's the degradation of our system under fascism as the stupids ascend to power and the stupids take the reins. We have a podcaster as our FBI chief. Yeah, they're only being chosen for being sycophantic to Trump, and yes, they are going to use that power to brutalize their opponents. Now, my argument would be the Democrats should have been doing this a long time ago. Not in the exact same way or whatever, but they should have been punishing their enemies for being like for being fucking fascist freaks. Like, if they had punished the Bushes, uh, like use the full force of the FBI to punish the Bush administration, everybody who was involved in getting us into Iraq, all that sort of stuff. If Obama had done that, we would live in a much different world. If we started throwing all of these like election, election manipulating right wing freaks into the like into jail or whatever, then yeah, we would live in a whole another world where there's actually consequences for people of power. But all of these people, including Robert Mueller, were way too scared of ever doing anything like that. And that's exactly why we are living in the world that we do today. So it's not like you shouldn't be giving these people credit. They were the ones who literally like set the stage for what we are currently living through by failing to ever go after the people who, who fucked up our society. But yeah, anyway, sorry my voice is going out.
Compare what this man represented. and what we're seeing in Washington today, the total politicization of institutions. And it's like a bygone era, Robert Mueller.
I mean, it even led to
Bye bye.
praise from Barack Obama, calling him one of the FBI's finest directors who saved countless of lives. And that speaks to your point. And it also speaks to the polarization because obviously
Shouldn't be doing that. He was I mean, he was generally, I would say, like Republican coded. Like, yeah, no, we don't need him. We don't care. That's the way. Like, the when like we need to get a true like anti-fascist sort of like person in charge of the FBI to start, rounding up all of these freaks and throwing them in jail. So
we can trace this back to the Trump-Russia scandal of 2016. Mueller declined to indict Trump, and that might be one of his legacies. In his final statements, though, he said, if we had confidence after a thorough investigation of the facts that the president clearly did not commit obstruction of justice, we would so state, based on the facts and the applicable legal standards.
Yeah, this is stupid too. Okay, so the Russia thing, like, they shouldn't have gone after him for Russia or whatever, because there are so many other forms of corruption that he did and does or whatever. In 2016, it was a little bit less severe or whatever, but than it is now. But there were so many like illegal things that he did and has done, and they should have indicted him for all of those things. Like not necessarily the Russia shit or whatever. But they were too scared to actually go after him for the real crimes they did, because guess what? The Democrats also do a lot of those same crimes. The Democrats also, I don't know, profit off of their public service or like their public professional life or whatever in Congress and stuff. The Democrats also get absurd amounts of money from shady ass places when they go and do their speaking arrangements, and they go and do their book signings and book deals and shit, and they get paid to, I don't know, go speak at Martha's Vineyard. Like all of these, there's so much corruption at every level. And so the reason that they couldn't go after him for a real crime and they went after him for the Russia shit is because that was seen as like, outside of the normal bounds of like what's acceptable in terms of the corruption of public officials. And so they really just, it's a classic case of like the Democrats, they don't want to go after Republicans for something that because they also participated and they want to still be able to participate in it. And so, yeah, I don't know. This is just the world that we live in. We just got to deal with it. I don't know. Next time, like if we get a true person who's going to go in there and start rounding up all these freaks and actually charging them with crimes and throwing them in jail, or for some stuff that people do, like giving them the death penalty and shit, like then we might finally start to live in a better, more just world. But until that day, we have to keep living through this shit show.
We are unable to reach that judgment. That is the legacy that he left behind with that particular case. Was that a legal necessity, though, or a political calculation? Is that how he's going to be remembered?
Well, it may be. I mean, he was very cautious. I think he could be criticized for not pushing harder on obstruction of justice.
I forgot. Sorry, I forgot why it was obstruction of justice. What that by Trump? Sorry, I'm trying to read this. Obstruction. Conspiracy were indicted, including National Security Advisor Michael Flynn and the chair of the camp the investigation resulted in charges against 34 individuals, citing a Justice Department that prohibits the federal. Okay, so yeah, he said, I don't know, man. I don't know if he did any actual obstruction of justice. Maybe he did. The citing said the reasoning that he gave was that you can't indict a sitting president, which is like, okay, well, that's not a real reason not to charge someone with a crime. That's not like, so I don't really know, but I just feel like they tied it all to the Russia shit, and I just don't think that was the right strategy. They should have just, maybe that obstruction of justice was not related to Russia shit. I don't know.
As you say, he concluded that he had evidence of obstruction, But he refused to charge Trump with that. And he cited Department of Justice policy not to indict a sitting president. Um, I think he should have made and he also got played by by the Attorney General at the time, William Barr. I mean, he gave Barr the report, and he led it to William Barr to tell the public what the report said. And Barr said basically the report is clear Donald Trump, which it didn't. And Mueller wrote a confidential letter to Barr saying you're distorting what I wrote. But he didn't even go public with
See, I
that.
think wasn't that before the 2016 election? Wasn't that why everybody was angry? Am I remembering all this right? I can't. I'm sorry. The timing of all this, or no, it was after, I thought. I can't remember. Sorry,
So,
guys.
it's this in some ways an excessive fair play on Mueller's part that was the
Classic.
contrast with the high
Classic Democrats trying to play by the fucking rules when the Republicans have completely destroyed and moved past that yeah, that's just a classic Democrat move because they love to just roll over and die. That's their favorite thing.
hyper partisanship you're seeing today, where the Justice Department and the FBI are just, I mean, Trump has a list of people who he wants to prosecute, and without evidence or on the flimsiest of evidence, actually, in some cases, as with the former FBI Director James Comey or with Letitia James, no evidence.
Just on a final note, he has now passed away at the age of 81. What lessons should the Justice
Bozo.
Department draw from Mueller's meticulous yet now polarizing approach?
Well, I think the lesson is, that the United States and justice is better served by by adhering to the law and to the Constitution. I mean, today we
No shit. That's literally what it is. Like
see a
it's
government,
just
whether it's the Justice Department, the FBI, the Department of Defense, which is totally there to be loyal to the man in the White House. This is a moment of where you have a complete takeover of the government to serve one man's desires and one man's interests.
But like he wasn't the only one who did this though. Who was Biden's Biden FBI director? I always forget his name. Or no, the prosecutor dude. Anyway, there was the dude who was supposed to be Merrick Garland or whatever. He was in charge of something, right? And he was supposed to be prosecuting Trump for his crimes in the 2016 administration. And he just sat on it and he just didn't do it because he thought it would look too political or whatever. And this is just the constant thing that happens because the Democrats are scared of ever actually holding anyone in power like accountable because they're scared of being held accountable themselves. That is why. That is why they pussyfoot around this shit. And so you need to not be afraid of that. Like if you are right and just and you are going after these people for crimes and they have committed these crimes and you throw them in jail, and then if you are clean and you have not committed crimes, you should not be worried at all. Sure, maybe someone will come in the future and be like politically persecute you or whatever and like go after you and try to throw you in jail for no reason. But we're seeing our justice or our judicial system at least somewhat hold those things back. Like they have tried to go after Letitia James for bogus ass charges or whatever. Like for her home that she had as like an apartment or something. I don't know. They tried to go after her, and a grand jury didn't even indict her. And grand juries indict everything. So our judicial system will likely prevent you from being completely like at least at this point in time from getting the same treatment for no reason. So just don't do illegal shit like the Democrats. Listen to me. Don't do illegal shit and then you prosecute all the other people for doing illegal shit. Like that's the solution here. That's how we get our society back on track. And I'm all about that, baby. Let's get back on track. This one's a pretty big story, I guess. I'll do this one. This is another quick one.
The facades of these
So Iranian missile strike injures more than 100 in southern Israel. France 24 English. I believe this hit a. I believe this was a part of a missile barrage that they were targeting a nuclear reactor or something, or either maybe not a nuclear reactor, but a nuclear facility. I can't remember exactly. But over 100 injured. I think it's even higher potentially now, although this was 4 hours ago. But uh, apparently no deaths. But if 100 were injured, like there were probably usually like I would say like a 1 to 10 ratio when it comes to missiles and stuff is like what is the usual case. If 100 people die or if 100 people were injured, then probably 10 were killed or so. But they're not releasing that information, so we just have to speculate, unfortunately. But anyway, this was a pretty big strike, it seems like. So let's see what happened here.
The facades of these residential buildings torn open. It's the aftermath of an Iranian strike on the city of Arad in southern Israel that left dozens wounded, several of them seriously. This resident managed to make it to a bomb shelter before the missile hit.
There was a siren, then a boom. It was in the building. Thank God we were in the shelter. We went out and saw there was a direct hit.
The attack came hours after similar scenes in Dimona.
Sorry, that's the cost of living in a Nazi country. If you want to live by, if you want to be a Nazi country, you're gonna have to deal with this a lot, like for the foreseeable future. Sorry, that is a choice though that they are making. These people, unlike the Palestinians, can leave anytime they fucking want. They can take a flight and zip the fuck out of there. Okay, the Palestinians unfortunately are not allowed to move or go anywhere without authorization from the Israelis. So so these people, I have no real sympathy. They're choosing to stay here.
Around 25 kilometers away. This is the moment an Iranian missile struck the city, leaving scores wounded and locals
That was
shaken.
pretty big.
I just dropped off my mom here at my grandmother's, and I intended to do a U-turn, and I saw an explosion, a fireball that fell here. I ran, my brother-in-law and me. He and I went inside and began to evacuate people. We evacuated them to an ambulance. Then the forces came here.
I do wonder why they're putting this out there again. Like, Israel has been hiding all of the damage entirely, except for this one, and I don't necessarily know why. This is maybe because it was so many that they think that they can win some sympathy or something or whatever. But again, I still just don't think it works anymore. Nobody has sympathy for the Israelis because the Israelis are the ones who are starting all of these wars with everybody all the time. Like the Israelis literally want to be in a perpetual state of war. So it's very hard for people, and also obviously the Israelis do war crimes at a rate that is unheard of throughout human history. So like they it's very hard for anybody, I think, to find sympathy at this point for them. So I really don't think this does any good. So I would just say they should just keep hiding this shit if I were them. But
The strike occurred not far from a nuclear facility located around 13 kilometers southeast of the city. Officially, it's said to focus only on research, but it's widely thought to be the site of the Middle East's only nuclear arsenal, though Israel has never admitted to possessing nuclear weapons.
dude, we don't even have to say it anymore. Just yes, they have nukes, okay? We don't have to, God, I fucking hate police dogs too. Animals shouldn't be treated this way, but
National Atomic Energy Agency.
the animals being used to maybe these ones aren't used for what I think they're used for, but most dogs in an apartheid system are used to, attack and brutalize the people that they're subjugating. And I'm just kind of assuming because of these muzzles that that's what these dogs are for. But yeah, I hate when people take dogs and make them, the tools of apartheid and slavery and shit.
Said it was not aware of any damage to the site. Emergency workers said in both cities interceptors were launched but failed to hit the missiles. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu condemned the attacks.
This has been a very difficult evening in the battle.
Do you condemn them? Do you condemn this attack on residential buildings? Oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad for you guys. I'm so sad that you guys they hit a residential building near your nuclear facilities. Oh, poor Benjamin. Oh.
For our future, we are determined
Fuck
to
you,
continue
dude.
striking our enemies on all fronts.
Iranian state TV said the attack on Dimona was a, quote, response to an earlier strike on a nuclear site in Iran's Natanz. The IAEA's Director General has called for, quote, maximum military restraint, in particular in the vicinity of nuclear.
Okay, dude. Then go get your boy Israel, man. The IAEA is like a Western institution. It's like, go get your boy. Your boy's the one doing that shit. Like, go get your boy. It's funny that the IAEA, I don't think they let out a single statement when Israel attacked Iran's facilities. They only let out a statement when Iran responded and attacked Israel's facilities. And so, hey, I wouldn't mind a little bit, well, I guess maybe, I don't know, a little bit of a nuclear exposure incident in Israel, as long as it doesn't reach the Palestinians. It's hard. You know what, like when people say like nuke Israel or whatever, I'm like that'd be great, right? That'd be great to just nuke Israel. Except for the fact that like I'm sure the radiation and all that shit would affect the land and like the Palestinians and all that sort of shit too. So it's not like a I don't know. It's not that simple, unfortunately. But ballistic missiles seem to be really doing a pretty good job here. So yeah, boo-hoo for Israel. They don't like getting their residential buildings blown up, and I'm just, so sad for them. I can't believe it's happening. Let's see what else we got. Do 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 do. I did listen to this Afro Man, the hymn of the police. That was pretty funny. uh, Afro Man is. Wait, what's the first one? Like, Afro Man will bring it to ya. Afro Man is gonna do ya. Afro Man is gonna screw ya. My proof's on the internet. Yeah, I like that. I like that song. That's very catchy. I've been singing it in my free time. But I just can never remember which line comes first on the chorus. What else do we got? What else do we got? Okay, I'm gonna refresh. We can watch this one.
For more, we can.
We're gonna I guess check in with Hezbollah. We're doing a lot of France 24 today, man. I gotta find something new. Actually, no, yeah, we'll do this one. Hope maybe I won't watch the whole thing, but this is somebody saying disarming Hezbollah extremely difficult according to an expert amid Israel tensions. Yeah, no shit. It's an entire, political party in Lebanon. Like they have I mean, they don't have as much support now as they used to, but they still have a decent amount of support. So, and they're the only thing stopping the Israelis from stealing all of their land. It's not like the Lebanese government is going to stop Israel from stealing all of the Lebanese territory. So, so they still have a reason to exist, obviously. And so, I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon, but let's see what this video has to say.
Is Ziad Majid, a professor of Middle East Studies at the American University of Paris. Professor, thank you for speaking to Paris Direct. First of all, from the official side, what is the Lebanese government to do? It's supposed to be disarming Hezbollah, already a very difficult task. Its country is being bombed by Israel, who does not want to negotiate. At least Not yet. So what should the Lebanese government be doing?
As you just said, the Lebanese government situation today or political condition is extremely difficult. There is a dilemma. On the one hand, the question of the monopoly of weapon, the decision of making peace or taking the necessary consequences of any war should be always the one of the state. But at the same time, under Israeli airstrikes, the continuous...
Well, here's the problem. Therein lies the problem. They're not doing anything. Now, if the Lebanese army mobilized and started shooting down every Israeli occupation force that comes over the border and started shooting down the planes that are bombing their buildings and started, firing missiles at Israel in retaliation, then maybe we wouldn't need Hezbollah. But the fact of the matter is the Lebanese government is just like the Palestinian Authority. They're just a tool of Israel to suppress the people. And so it's like Hezbollah is being attacked by Israel on one side and is being attacked by the Lebanese government on the other side. So it's not a very great situation for them to be in, but fortunately it seems like they're still very capable.
Bombing of Lebanon, 1 million people displaced. It's extremely difficult to transform that into a real policy. Since the ceasefire in November 2024, the agreement that was related to the 1701 UN resolution with an annex, the agreement stipulated that while the Lebanese government starts disarming Hezbollah, especially in southern Litani, before generalizing this policy, Israel should at the same time stop bombing Lebanon and a question of gradual withdrawal from occupied Lebanese territories should take place.
Dude, did they really expect Israel to do that shit? Israel won't ever do that shit from a negotiation, man. The only way to ever get Israel to stop trying to acquire your territory is to bomb the fuck out of them. Like, the only way to do it is to beat the shit out of them. That's literally the only way to stop them from stealing your territory. Like, what are you talking about? A negotiated settlement? Oh, do you want, should like, we saw people try to negotiate with the Nazis as well back in the day. That went pretty great too, didn't it? Right? Negotiating with the Nazis, yeah, historically didn't lead to them just expanding even further into your territory. Yeah, okay. That's just fucking stupid.
But as the UN confirmed and as the peacekeeping force in Lebanon mentioned, more than 10,000 Israeli strikes happened during that period of time, making it extremely difficult for the Lebanese government to disarm Hezbollah, knowing that in Lebanon today there is a clear political division regarding the role of the party and its alliance with...
It would be a lot easier if they started bombing Israel back, if they started launching missiles at Israel, if they started killing every occupation force that comes onto their territory. It would be a lot easier to get rid of Hezbollah if the Lebanese government started taking on the role of Hezbollah, but they're never going to do that.
With Iran. Also, there is a terrible economic crisis with the devaluation of the Lebanese pound, with the whole banking sector decline and collapse. And all of that is adding to the crisis, another one that will keep having its repercussions in the coming months, especially with an Israeli rejection of any ceasefire and with alarming declarations by Israeli ministers talking about crimes against humanities as if they are just like normal details, demolishing villages, not allowing people to return, which is a kind of an ethnic cleansing.
Sorry, I gotta leave a comment. These people are fucking stupid. Like, they're saying, like, it's a bunch of, it must be a bunch of, like, French people or some shit, but, or just Israeli bot farms. Yeah, it's either Israeli bot farms or yeah, but anyway, it would be a lot easier to disarm Hezbollah if the Lebanese army started fighting back against Israel's encroachment on their territory and killing every IOF what IOF Nazi that that works that comes across their border and started retaliatory missile strikes on Israel like a normal fucking like a normal fucking country who cares about their citizens and sovereignty. There. That sound good, people? It would be a lot easier to disarm Hezbollah if the Lebanese army started fighting back against Israel's encroachment on their territory and killing every IOF Nazi that comes across their border and started retaliatory missile strikes on Israel like a normal fucking country who cares about their citizens and sovereignty. Boom. Hopefully I get some upvotes on that one because there's a bunch of fucking loser ass Israel dick riders in the fucking comments.
Think of South Lebanon by Israel that we are witnessing and might witness also in the near future.
Israel's stated goals to eliminate Hezbollah, but is that possible given how deeply ingrained it is into everyday civilian life? Is that realistic?
It's not possible until they actually start doing what Hezbollah is doing, like until they start resisting Israel.
No, it's not realistic. The Israelis keep comparing what is happening today with their invasion of Lebanon in 1982. At the time, Hezbollah did not exist. Already they invaded Lebanon in 1978. Of course, Hezbollah did not exist. Even the Islamic Revolution in Iran was not there yet. But the comparison with 82 is mainly about the fact that following 1982, the PLO, the Palestine Liberation Organization, was forced out of Lebanon, and its major or main groups were disarmed, and there was a demilitarization of the Palestinian refugee camps after also a series of massacres committed by Israel during that invasion against Lebanese and Palestinian civilians. The difference, and it's a huge difference, is that Hezbollah, even if it's allied organically to Iran, receives funds and weapons from Iran. Nevertheless, it's a Lebanese party. Its members are Lebanese. Most of them are from the villages that are being destroyed by Israel. And in the Lebanese sectarian system, what we call consociational system.
Look. I think that I don't think Israel will have success here, man. I honestly think that Israel is in its weakest position that it has ever been in. And that obviously means they're going to be more and more brutal to try to accomplish their goals. But the more fascist they become, the more stupid their strategies become. The more they try to expand everywhere all the time, all at once. The more they stretch their forces thin. The more they exhaust their their fat hogs that they throw in military uniforms and throw them across the border or whatever. I don't see them maintaining any of this territory here, to be honest. I think Hezbollah will push them out because I just think that their military must be, number one, exhausted, but number two, just stretched really thin right now. So I don't know. I still have hope. That doesn't mean obviously that they're not going to, commit atrocious war crimes the entire time that they're temporarily occupying the territory or whatever. It just means that I do think that one day, I think that by the time the war is over, they will be pushed out either through negotiated peace with Iran or just by force from Hezbollah, like Hezbollah did last time and the time before and the time before. They always try to push to the Litani River and they get there, but then they're just pushed right out immediately afterwards. So I kind of expect that to happen. Okay. Let's see here. There was one story that I definitely wanted to read in this on this stream. So let me pull it up here because this is one that nobody could have ever expected, okay? Are you guys ready? Exclusive. Judges clear ICC's Karim Khan over sexual misconduct claims. Wow, who could have saw that coming? Who on earth could have seen this coming? For those unaware, the International Criminal Court, Karim Khan, this is the guy who is in charge of investigating the genocide allegations, I think, and like the apartheid allegations and all that sort of stuff, against Israel. Uh, yeah, he's the chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court. Um, Very coincidentally, as soon as he started investigating Israel for these crimes, some people just came out and they were like, "Oh, this guy totally sexually assaulted us. He totally did it." And obviously I'm a believe women kind of guy, right? Like I my default position under under all circumstances is to assume the woman is telling the truth. However, this is not a normal situation. Israel has done this playbook dozens of times in the past. They have a history of anybody who accuses them of something and like a position like the ICC and stuff, of instantaneously there's some sort of like sexual abuse allegations or whatever. So I clocked it immediately as bullshit. It was not true. It's just a way to try to create controversy around him, try to frame him as biased, and to try and get him removed from the court. So, let's read this article that vindicates my position and makes me look like a little smarty pants who somehow has a magic mirror that sees into the future. I assure you I do not. I just have a brain. So, exclusive. Judges clear ICC's Karim Khan over sexual misconduct claim. Panel appointed by War Crimes Court governing body says UNPROM has not established any misconduct or breach of duty by chief prosecutor. Cleared on all counts. Karim Khan, the chief prosecutor of the ICC, has been cleared of all wrongdoing by a panel of judges appointed to review the findings of a UN investigation into sexual misconduct allegations against the Middle East Eye can exclusively reveal. The highly confidential report by the panel of 3 judges was submitted to the ICC's Executive Oversight Board, the Bureau of the Assembly of States Parties, on March 9th. It will not be made publicly available. Okay, and has not been seen by the majority of the court's 125 members. So I guess Middle East Eye got their grubby little hands on this early. Okay. Since December, the judges who were appointed by the ASP have been examining an external fact-finding report conducted by the UN Office of Internal Oversight Services into the allegations against Khan, which have unfolded in parallel with his office efforts to pursue war crimes investigations against Israeli officials over the war in Gaza. That's what it was. It was the ICC prosecutions against Netanyahu and Gallant or whatever the fuck his name is. As soon as he did that, then these charges or these like allegations instantly popped up. But the role of the panel has been to provide independent legal advice to the Bureau based on the facts presented in the OIOS report on whether Khan, who has strenuously denied all allegations, has committed serious misconduct, less serious misconduct, or no misconduct at all. The unanimous conclusion of the judges is that the finding of the report do not establish any misconduct or breach of duty, so no misconduct at all, according to diplomatic sources who read the report and 2 other diplomatic sources briefed about it. That's a lot of sources. Okay, quote, the panel is unanimously of the opinion that the factual findings by OIOS do not establish misconduct or breach of duty under the relevant framework, the panel's report concluded, according to the sources. The panel's conclusions are a significant development in the sexual misconduct investigation, which has left the court in an unprecedented state of limbo since Khan took voluntary leave last year amid uncertainty surrounding his future and leaks to the media about the allegations that he faced. Which was the point, everybody. This was the point. A state of limbo. Putting everything on hold until this allegation charge is cleared up and he can continue doing his goddamn job. This has always been the strategy every single time people need to learn how to understand this stuff, or at least come watch me tell you what's going to happen because I understand this stuff. At least to some extent. I'm not an expert, but I do see patterns. I am very good at seeing patterns. The Bureau met on Monday to discuss its response to the judicial report, but has yet to reach consensus on the issue. Uh, The Bureau met on Monday to discuss its response to the judicial report, but has yet to reach consensus on the issue. According to the ICC's own rules, if the Bureau agrees that no misconduct has been committed, the investigation should be closed. Great. Another fucking checkpoint. Another thing to delay everything, as they all have to, I guess, now vote or whatever uh, to see if they think that that the investigation should be closed. Um, I don't know what the demographic representation of this body is. If it's not entirely made up of Israel and America sycophants, then it'll probably pass and be found that he committed no misconduct. If it is, then it'll just be delayed for another year or two, and then it'll finally pass. That's the way these things work. Hmm. Okay. The OIOS investigations was commissioned by the presidency of the ASP in November 2024 following media reports that a member of Khan's office had accused him of sexual assault. And after the complainant, I think there should be a T there, letter to the editor, had refused to cooperate with the ICC's own investigative body. And after the complainant had refused to cooperate with the ICC's own investigative body. Um, Complainant means the person who made the complaint, right? So that's interesting that she didn't want to cooperate at all with the ICC investigation, but okay. I'm sure she had complete and totally normal reasons for doing that, though. Not that she was just an Israeli asset trying to invalidate the charges against their war criminal heads of state or whatever. But Khan has been on leave since last May pending the outcome of the probe. There it is. That's why it happened. His deputy prosecutors have been in charge of his office in his absence. I'm sure those deputy prosecutors have been getting lots of calls from the American State Department on exactly how they should move forward with this, while the person who was not amenable to their causes was got this sexual assault charge or whatever against them. For 3 months, the panel of judges examined the 150-page OIOS report, along with over 5,000 pages of underlying evidence. They were initially given 30 days to deliver their report, but they have been granted multiple extensions by the Bureau due to the large volume of evidence. Okay, yeah, that's 5,000 pages of evidence. That's insanity. The judges have followed the standard of beyond reasonable doubt, the highest standard of proof in criminal law. The Bureau has 30 days from the delivery of the panel report to indicate its preliminary assessment of the alleged misconduct. Then Khan has 30 days to respond. Then the Bureau has another. Okay, so they only have 30 days to do this. They can't dick around for another year. Then the Bureau has another 30 days to make a final decision. Karim Khan declined to comment. MEE has contracted the ASP for comment. One thing that pisses me off so much about International Criminal Court, even though it can't do anything, it's toothless. It like obviously that's the worst part about it is it has no enforcement mechanism. But one other thing is that it's so goddamn slow. 30 days for a panel report, then another 30 days. That's 2 months of genocide, 2 months of occupation, 2 months of 2 months of apartheid, just for getting a group of people to agree to something and then another person to respond. I guess it's up to or whatever, but it's ungodly slow. Karim Khan declined to comment. MEE has contacted the ASP for comment. Ooh, and we can read about the sanctions as well, because I think, yeah. The allegations of misconduct against Khan have unfolded against the backdrop of the prosecutor's efforts to pursue an investigation against Israeli officials over alleged war crimes committed by, we can just get rid of the alleged at this point, war crimes committed by Israeli forces in Gaza and other occupied Palestinian territories. The reason I say that is because I have eyes. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to just use our eyes and state facts. in legal text documents, we always have to put the word allegedly, even if it's not, like, even if it is just a fact that I can see with my eyes. Khan sought arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, aka Satan himself, and then Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, aka Satan's little helper, in May 2024, and the court. In May 2024, and the court has faced a ferocious campaign by Israel and its allies, primarily the U.S., attempting to pressure him to drop the investigation. Since February 2025, U.S. President Donald Trump administration has imposed financial and visa sanctions on Khan, his 2 deputy prosecutors, 6 judges, the UN Special Rapporteur on Palestine, and 3 Palestinian NGOs in connection with the Israel-Palestine investigation. Totally something that you do if you know that you are completely innocent, 100%. The U.S. has also threatened sanctions against the court itself, which ICC officials consider a doomsday scenario. Honestly, I don't really care anymore. The ICC is so toothless and feckless and takes years to decide anything, and it's way too late. And it's another tool in the belt, of pressure. So it's good in that regard, but the system is already kind of breaking down in its entirety. I don't know if they will ever get their case through or whatever. It took them like 10 years or something to determine that the West Bank was an apartheid or whatever, so I don't know. All this shit has to be completely fundamentally destroyed and rebuilt. I would say by whoever the next empire is, or if it's a multipolar world with multiple empires. ICC judges are currently examining an Israeli challenge to its jurisdiction over the Palestine situation, and a separate Israeli complaint filed on 17th November, which seeks to disqualify the prosecutor over alleged lack of impartiality. MEE revealed last summer that on 23 April 2024, so April 23rd, 2024, as Khan was preparing to apply for warrants for Netanyahu and Gallant, the then British Foreign Secretary David Cameron threatened in a phone call with the prosecutor that the UK would defund and withdraw from the ICC if the court issued the warrants. I don't think that happened, but maybe it did. The UK's Foreign Office in January confirmed a call between Cameron and Khan took place, but has declined to comment further. Yeah, I'm sure that there were a lot of calls. It wasn't just the UK. It was everybody who is vassalized to the United States was probably calling to make that same complaint or whatever. You just got to keep doing what's right, regardless of the pressure, regardless of what they say they will do. You just have to do what's right. That's the only way to move forward in these situations where you're being persecuted by stronger forces or whatever. It's what would Jesus do, right, people? He would, keep on pushing. The UK's Foreign Office in January confirmed a call between Cameron and Khan took place, but it has declined to comment further. In his first comment on the matter, Khan in December filed a submission to the ICC's appeal chamber in response to an let me start over. In his first comment on the matter, Khan in December filed a submission to the ICC's appeal chamber in response to an Israeli request for him to remove from the investigation and for the warrants to be dropped, corroborating MEE's previous reporting, which uncovered many details of efforts to undermine Khan, including Cameron's explosive phone call. It has his statement set out in detail the chronology of events that led his office to apply for warrants against the two Israelis, as well as Hamas leaders on May 20th, 2024, 2 goddamn years ago. And nothing has happened. And those officials have traveled to other ICC like registered countries or whatever, and they have not been arrested, again proving that this is all a joke. A shitty fucking joke. After months of what he described as a meticulous process by his office, the allegations of sexual misconduct were first revealed to Khan in person by members of his team on May 2nd, 2024, the same day he was planning to announce the Netanyahu and Gallant arrest warrants. Wow. What timing, man. Yeah, so this is why it was obvious to me, because, I kind of forgot the exact timing of this until I read it now. But yeah, the allegations came out literally on the exact same day that he was planning on releasing the arrest warrants for Netanyahu and Gallant. Yeah, so obviously this was bullshit from the start. According to the timeline of events outlined in the document, Israel alleges that Khan rushed the warrants after he was made aware of sexual misconduct. Yeah, bullshit. Israel never trusts a word they say. Whatever they say, it's the opposite. They live in bizarro world. Everything they say, assume it's the opposite. But Khan's statement rejected Israel's case, describing it as being based on a haze of ends-oriented conjecture and misleading or false assertions, and a miasma of speculative reporting. Those are some big words. But Karim Khan, completely vindicated, completely innocent. We can finally move on. We can finally move forward with whatever the arrest warrants or whatever other prosecutions and stuff they are trying to hold for the Israeli forces. However, I am sure there will probably be more. Like I said, Israel has literally done this exact same playbook like multiple times. They will probably do it again in the future. Just be aware of it. Don't be, don't be stupid. It isn't like they specifically do these kinds of strategies on purpose. They do this. They do these sorts of like sexual assault things because they want to make it as difficult as possible for people to defend this man. You just have to understand that like you can both be a feminist and believe women or whatever under multiple situation like under certain situations or whatever, and also understand when this is an obvious attempt by a state to weaponize, good people's like honest feminist opinions and weaponize those in order to support their apartheid and genocide. They do that all the time. They do it with their girl boss army shit and all that as well. So I don't know. Just be on the lookout, people. This was a longer article and my voice is already going out. But hey there, Mem. How's it going? Good morning. The stream has been pretty good. It's been very casual. I didn't prepare anything today, so I've just been kind of reading this article and watching some YouTube videos. I was going to try to find a more fun YouTube video to go to now. I can pull it up here though, my homepage, if you wanna have any input on any of these videos. I'll have to watch this interview with Joe Ken and Sagar at some point. I haven't watched it yet, or I guess maybe I started it but didn't make it very far. But that's not a fun thing. I want fun. Give me fun. My homepage isn't very fun. If I had to, give a truthful analysis, there's a lot of horrible things on my For You page, but I thought there was one that I saw earlier, but I don't know where it went. I'm obsessed with that Golden song, by the way, and these like finger style guitars or whatever. I don't know if I can play that much of it while like without getting potentially copyright struck by him or whatever. But this guy is insane. I'm just gonna go somewhere in the middle real quick and play a little bit of this for you guys. Isn't that sick? Let me see if I can get to the chorus. Oh yeah. Crushing it, dude. Hell yeah. I think I can watch this because I think I can okay. I think I'm allowed as long as I commentate on it to watch this. I really want, I don't know. This is such a good thing. I really, this Sung Ha Jung, I don't know where he's from, if he's Korean or Chinese or what, but yeah, I'm just gonna watch this. I'm gonna pause it every once in a while for commentary, but it is just sick. I play guitar a little bit too, but not like this guy. This guy's way better than me. Hell yeah. The rhythm is so, like, it's so perfect too. Like he's like a fucking metronome, man. I hope there's some K-pop Demon Hunter fans out there who are enjoying this. I don't know, I love this song so much. Before he gets into this part, the thing that's crazy about these guys who do this finger style picking or whatever, their nails are like insane. They're like all they're like pointy, and I assume they're all like, they must have very strong nails to be able to like pick like this and stuff or whatever. But yeah, anyway, let's keep going here. You can just tell he's vibing too, and I love when a musician gets into their music. Yeah. God, I could never, man. Sorry, I just had to play that at least once because it showed up on my For You page, and I get, I just love that song, man. That Golden song. I'm like obsessed with it. And also these finger style like picking, like guitar picking stuff is just like, I don't know, just so crazy to me how talented these people are. I wish. Like I said, I play a little bit of guitar, but it's mostly just with a pick. And I generally play acoustic for the most part just because I'm too lazy to set up in my electric guitar and like play it. But I play more like, I guess, like punk / emo sort of stuff or whatever. But but this stuff always is so amazing to me. Doing the melody at the same time as the rhythm with different with like different parts of your fingers and stuff. But yeah, I'm glad you liked it, Mem, because yeah, I was like, it's something different to react to. Okay, I gotta find something fun. I should have been doing that. Oh, this was what I wanted to watch. Hell yeah.
Justin Timberlake.
Hell yeah. This is topical. This is topical. People are talking about it. And so I'm going to react to it. I'm going to get all of the views, assuming that I can get my title clickbaity enough. So I'm probably not going to get 1.7 million views like this one, but we're going to watch our boy Moist Critical. He knows me. He loves me. He loves my reaction content. Oh, nice. I'm glad your cat liked it too, Mem. But yeah, so we're gonna do some more Reactgate content. This is apparently, so for those who don't remember, Justin Timberlake a while back, he got a DUI charge, and I think we saw the mugshot if I remember correctly. Justin Timberlake mugshot. Yeah, the mugshot where he was fucking crying like a little bitch, dude. Look at him. I'm sorry, but maybe like, but I mean, clearly he was driving under the influence. Like, I'm allowed to make fun of him a little bit. Come on, guys, come on. But yeah, he looks like, oh God, what's happened? But we finally get the body cam footage, baby. So I'm gonna watch my boy Moist Critical go through the highlights and stuff because I don't have time to scrub through the entire list or the entire video of a police body cam footage and find the good moments. And I trust Moist Critical to find them. So yes, let's go ahead and see some body cam footage of one of our societal elites, Justin Timberlake, crashing out after getting a DUI, getting pulled over for DUI. So let's go.
Justin Timberlake DWI body cam just dropped. There were a lot of people very excited to see this footage here. This was almost as hyped as Project Hail Mary hitting theaters.
Hey,
and that's because
I'm going to see that tonight, by the way, with my wife and a couple friends. It should be really fun. I'm excited.
Because Justin Timberlake fought to keep this body cam from being released. He went through the legal process of suppressing it, stating like privacy concerns and reputational damage from what I was reading. So people then started to really get curious. Well, what happened in this body cam? Did he start dropping slurs? What, did he pull his whole fucking wiener out? Like, how crazy must this body cam have gone to have Justin Timberlake now fighting tooth and nail to bury it? And now, after some back and forth, they reached an agreement and the body cam is out in the wild. So let's take a look at it.
See, I assume there must be a law, right, that the body cam footage has to be made public, because otherwise I would expect cops to just always hide their body cam footage unless maybe it's requested or something. So it seems like if they were going to release it and they had to fight to get it, to try and not get it released, then I assume that it must be the law that all body cam footage must be released. So, which I agree with. That should all be public. It's my body cam footage. I pay their fucking salaries. So
for the stops, because you keep veering off to the left, and then you're not stopping at the stop signs.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Is this your vehicle? Whose vehicle is it?
Yeah, it's just a rental.
It's a rental?
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Do you have any registration with it? Do you know if they can put it in the glove box? How long are you renting it for?
Just for a couple of days.
Where are you visiting?
Oh, he's slow.
Yeah, I'm on tour.
What are you doing?
I'm on the world tour.
Oh
dude,
yeah, you can just...
Dude, Justin Timberlake. You gotta have like millions upon millions of dollars. Just hire somebody. I mean, it's one thing to like be like a DUI person if you are just like some like hick in the Midwest who like, you know, you feel like you need to get your car home and you don't want to bother with a cab or whatever. Like, you know, to some extent I understand that feeling. You shouldn't do it either way, but to some extent I understand that feeling. If you don't have, but if you have the means to literally hire somebody to like drive you to whatever parties you want and like let you get as fucked up as you want and like drive you back home and like, you know, tuck you in and with a nice warm mug of hot cocoa afterwards, like why the fuck are you driving yourself, dude? Like seriously, unless he's like down bad right now, he doesn't have like any fucking money left or something. That just seems weird to me.
Just feel it. The writing's on the wall. Justin Timberlake is charging his alt right now. He's about to unleash his Bankai, dropping his name, thinking that it's, you know, the ultimate ace up his sleeve. He's explaining to the officer he's renting the vehicle because he's on the tour. The world tour. Obviously. I mean, everyone knows the world tour is going on.
A what?
A world tour.
Doing what?
He's like, I don't know who the fuck you are.
Hard to explain.
To be honest, if I saw him like this, with the hat on and everything, I don't know if I would recognize him as Justin Timberlake. Especially because he's driving his own fucking car like a pleb.
World tour. I'm Justin Timberlake.
I'm Justin Timberlake.
What's your name?
Justin Timberlake.
You are Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
You have a license with you?
Yeah, I do.
There it is.
Yeah, so you're saying you mean like the Trolls, like the kids film, or Troll like Troll 2 or whatever? I assume you mean like the kids film or whatever, right? Yeah, Trolls. Okay, that's right. Yeah, no, I am sure that he's rich. I am absolutely positive that he yeah, I just looked it up. Yeah, so it's the Trolls kids movie. Yeah, he definitely has money. He should just hire somebody.
He alted, I'm Justin Timberlake. Now, it does seem like he didn't want to utilize his noble phantasm there, releasing his name like that. It feels like he was trying not to, but couldn't figure out any other way of explaining the world tour. So then he says, I'm Justin Timberlake, and I'm guessing he was expecting the officer to get down on his hands and knees and start kissing his feet. My apologies, Mr. Timberlake. I had no idea. I couldn't say, I can't wait for the world tour. Can I get some tickets? but that's not exactly how it unfolded. I also don't really understand why it was so hard for him to explain what the world tour that he referenced is. How difficult is it to say that he is a performer? He sings and dances, right?
Well,
it couldn't have been
that. I mean, I don't think his brain was working at full capacity, if I had to guess. Those are a lot of words, Charlie. Not everybody is as eloquent as you are after they've had a few, okay?
that hard. It's not the most confusing thing to explain. He wasn't out there trying to solve a fucking Millennium Prize problem here in mathematics. Unless Justin Timberlake believes that he's much more than a singer and a dancer. He's I'm an artist. In fact, I don't even like that nomenclature. I'm something of a divine creator of entertainment. So
Yeah.
I'm finding it a struggle to explain this world tour to you. So Justin Timberlake, perhaps you've heard of me.
And then when we do this, just like you're doing right now, arms, feet together, arms by your side. You're doing it just now. I'm just going to re-explain it before we continue, okay?
Arms at the side. He's like, you mean in like a like Jesus prayer pose or something? Like just bow his head a little and it would be perfect.
And then you're going to keep your head straight and just keep your head straight. Only follow with your eyes, okay?
Okay.
You understand that? All right.
Yes, sir.
The classic. Follow with just your eyes, not your face, Justin. Nope, I saw that chin move a little.
They got him going through the FSTs now, the field sobriety tests, and he is looking and sounding pretty sloshed. He's not exactly passing this pop quiz with flying colors.
Hey, I also got news for everybody. If you choose to live in a city as opposed to like the fucking suburbs, you don't have to drive home from bars. You can just walk to a bar and then walk back. It's it's pretty nice. I'm a city dweller, so I like to push city supremacy out into the world, but I'm just letting you guys know.
Put your left foot on this imaginary line. This one. Yep. And put your right foot in front of your left. And what you're going to do, you're going to stand just like this. Left foot on line, right foot right in front of your left. And you're going to stand like this, and then I'm going to explain everything, and then we'll go ahead and do it, okay? So left foot on the line. Left foot on the line first.
Oh my gosh, dude.
And then
this
you're
is
going
way
to put
too
your right
much
foot
for...
in front of your left, stay just like that, okay? So you're going to heel to toe like this. Heel to toe.
Oh, no. Oh, man. He is gonzo, my dude. He is rough. Vote Ron Reed. That's a fun name, but I assure you that is not a fun person. Is he in Florida or something? Sorry, I gotta look up. Vote Ron. I'm a politics channel, okay? Wait, is this in Missouri? No. Okay, no. Right? No. I need with Ron. I don't know where this is. Bartown, maybe? Wisconsin? Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, if this is Missouri, I'm like, that's my home state. These are my cops.
Put your left foot on
my
the line.
hogs.
The heel to toe straight line test was catastrophic, which actually surprised me. I thought given Justin Timberlake's dancing background and his history of dancing, he'd be able to just ace that, even while completely blackout drunk.
You know what would have been amazing though, is if he if this was all just a piece of performance art, and as soon as they had him do that, he did like a Michael Jackson like 360 spin into like a moonwalk backwards or something. And then they're like, wait a second, what the fuck's going on? Like, that would have been great, man. Someone should do that. If you're like a dancer or you're trying to go viral or something, man, like pretend, well, okay, maybe don't do this part. I mean, wink, wink. I'm not giving any advice, but like pretend to be drunk driving and then get pulled over and then do some shenanigans like that. Do some crazy dance moves and then get the body cam footage released and then you can maybe go viral. I'm not trying. Don't drive like an idiot though. Like don't make sure nobody's in danger, people. If you take my advice.
I had expected him to go above and beyond. Like, oh, just a straight line. That's it. No, this ain't amateur hour. How about this one, officer? I'll do you one better. You ever seen...
Rare Charlie leg appearance. And, foot appearance, too. Let's see them tootsies, man.
Straight line, that's it? No, this ain't amateur hour.
I gotta see what he's got.
Officer? I'll do you one
what
better.
Are we working with?
You ever seen...
Oh, there it is. There it is, everybody. Oh, and we get a Charlie dance move, too.
Some of this? You ever seen some of this? Could a drunk man do this? Huh? What about this? Huh?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You're gonna have your right foot.
What kind of music do we think Charlie's into? I don't, man. Like the hair makes me think like Metalhead because it's so perfect for headbanging, but like what made me think of that is he was doing that, and I'm like I feel like I've seen people do it like metal and punk concerts like get down in a crouch position and do the full like head throwing thing or whatever, like hair headbanging. But he doesn't really give me that vibe, to be honest. Maybe ska. Like, do you think Charlie's a ska head? I don't know. I think he listens to ska. I think he's an avid ska listener, if I had to
In
guess.
front of your left, heel to toe. Here. Okay, so we're gonna put our left foot on the line first. Put your right foot in front of your left, heel to toe. And you can stay just like that, okay? Okay. Okay.
Stay just like that.
So this is gonna be a series of 9 heel to toe steps.
9.
I'll demonstrate this like you're doing right now. While you're doing this, you're gonna look down at your toes.
Guys, I'm just following my friends back to my house.
Seems like you could smell.
Guys, man, never a good sign, dude.
It wasn't going
He couldn't even think of what to say either, man. He must be
overly
real
well. So he's like,
blasted.
"Listen, guys, we're blowing this way out of proportion. I'm just drunk driving, following my friends home. Like this must be some kind of big misunderstanding." Like, come on, man. This is Justin fucking Timberlake. This guy has millions of dollars and has had millions of dollars for decades. You're telling me he couldn't call an Uber or
Hell
have
yeah.
one of his like posse?
See, I'm telling you, man. Charlie and me, we're the same. We got the same ideas, okay? He's the normie speaker. I'm the normie speaker, okay? Wait, he's like, BB No Money was in one of his... Wait. Was in one of his music videos. I didn't know that. Oh, gotcha, with Charlie. Nice. Yeah, but I don't know. I think that me and Charlie, we're one of the same, okay? I need people to blast my shit out. I want to be the normie, okay? I want to be the primary normie. I want to be what people talk about at the water cooler. I want to be what every coworker is talking about. Come on, guys. Push me out there. Put me in, coach.
Drive him home. This guy travels with like an entourage, I imagine. Nobody could drive him home. He is very clearly impaired here.
Gotcha.
This is absurd.
Right foot in front of your left. You gotta stay like that, and then
Stay like that.
this. It's gonna look like that. We'll start.
He's gonna tell you.
He just slowly turned into like a normal walk.
When you're supposed to begin. He just wants you.
I'm sorry.
You're all good.
I'm
He just wants you to be in position. He's gonna basically tell you when to go. Okay.
So I'm gonna have you get in position, then you may begin.
And then
Yeah,
and
that's
then
true.
Just walk. I'm sorry.
Here. Ready?
For somebody who streams, like I'm somebody who streams, but I also I am not a terminally online person. I go outside way too much to I guess be be the coworker water cooler normie guy.
Ready?
I'm a little nervous.
Left. Right foot in front.
And you may begin. 5.
God, he's so fucked, dude.
Again, not a slam dunk performance there. To be honest, I am surprised he didn't go harder on the Justin Timberlake angle. Like, I'm surprised he didn't try and just sit them down for an acapella of, NSYNC's greatest hits or something. Like, guys, we can solve this through the power of friendship, love, and NSYNC. In fact, here, I got a crowd favorite for you. Dirty Pop. Bop. He starts breaking that one out. That one was always one of my favorite NSYNC tracks, the pop one.
Yeah. This is also why I'm so bad at dancing. That's another reason I could never be the next Moist Critical. I can't break out the dance moves like that.
Hi, are you with Justin? Okay, perfect. Yeah, we're doing a couple tests on him. Okay.
Help us.
What's up?
Help.
You need
Oh
help?
God.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
What? Okay, she's hammered too. Did she pull up? Did she drive up here, dude? You're about to go to jail too, I feel like.
Couple tests on him. I need you to hang out over here just so you don't interfere with them, okay?
Player 2 plugs in the controller here, coming from out of nowhere, just in the
That's true. She like walked. She was like Children of the Corn, like just walking out of the
darkness
field.
out there. She just rolls up and then says, "Help." help us. Like, actually, like some shit out of weapons or something there. It was very peculiar.
Ooh,
and the officer's like,
I saw that movie too.
You need help. She's like, no, it's just a joke. I'm just yanking your chain. I'm just jerking your gherkin. What's going on over here? You got my friend Justin.
Okay.
Such a way with words, man.
We just have to test on him, make sure he's okay to drive as well.
Okay. If not, we can have someone drive him.
Right, gotcha.
Well,
So she appears to be a member of his team, and then says that if he's not okay to drive, they can have someone drive him. Well, why the fuck didn't you just do that in the first place? Did Justin insist that he drive himself? I do my own stunts, guys. I'm fine. Yeah, I can't really see straight, but I'm good to drive. You gotta trust me here, damn it. I wrote Bringing Sexy Back. I know what's best for us.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 11,000, 5,000.
Ah, man. Either he's incredibly drunk or he needs to work on his quad strength a little bit. I don't know which. One or the other.
These are like really hard tests.
These tests are like impossible, man. Standing on one leg and counting numbers. Now, there is one test. There is one test that I do think is legitimately impossible, and that's doing the alphabet backwards or whatever. Like nobody like that is so hard to do even sober. The only people who can do that, which maybe it's like a reverse test, because my opinion is that the only people who can do the alphabet backwards shit are people who literally practice saying the alphabet backwards in their free time just so that they can get out of drunk driving arrests. So like maybe if somebody does the alphabet backwards, like they're like, oh, okay, this person must be like a chronic drunk driver. We gotta get him off the streets, man. Like, so I don't know. But that test, counting while standing on one leg, Justin, I think I think that's something you'd be able to do if you were sober, if I had to guess.
Well, he was already operating the vehicle.
He can dance and sing at the same time. He can do that shit.
So we need to make sure that he's okay. He wasn't operating the vehicle under any kind of impairment.
Got it.
That's all. If he's all good.
God, Karen
Can I
injuries.
charge my phone?
Dude, this is the most Karen I've ever seen. A handler of a celebrity.
Is that okay?
Yeah, you can go into the vehicle. That's perfect.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Ma'am, do you have another way to get home?
Can I drive?
Have you been drinking?
No.
You haven't been drinking?
No,
I
she
had like
has.
one glass of wine.
No,
Okay.
she the way she came up to the cop, like she's definitely hammered as well.
Okay, no problem. How are you related? Friends?
Friends, obviously.
Okay, if he's okay with you driving
Obviously.
the car, you look you're fine to me?
They got
Does handler count? That she's definitely his handler. Like
in the handcuffs now after the series of field sobriety tests here. And then the lady who showed up, she's now like, questioning what's going on. The officer's explaining to her, and then she's asking to drive the vehicle home. The officer asks if she has another way of getting home. And I have to imagine the answer to that question is yes, because how did she arrive here in the first place? Like, did a fucking spaceship drop her off? I'm really curious because she, I believe, does end up taking his car there. So I guess maybe she had someone from the team drop her off here. Like maybe they have a GPS tracker on JT, so when they noticed that he was stopped for a while, they sent her in as the cavalry to check on her. Like, I'm actually kind of confused on exactly where she came from. So I looked it up, and she was in the vehicle that Justin was apparently following.
Okay, that's
so
what I
I'm
assumed.
guessing. So she is a designer, and she was with her husband, and Justin was apparently following their car. So I'm guessing they noticed that his car was no longer behind them, so then they kind of threw that shit in reverse and went to locate him, and then she tried to help here, though unsuccessfully.
But
I don't look fine
you
to
look
you.
fine to you.
Oh, I was like, wait,
no,
what?
if you look under the front of the car.
Hold on, what do I look like?
If you look under the front of the car,
Do
it's
I
fine.
not look good?
So, he's coming with us, okay?
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, why?
He's being arrested for intoxicated.
Stop it.
DWI, yes.
No way.
Yes.
Don't say it.
Yes.
God, the fucking Karen energy is just radiating off of her, man. It's like an aura that's just like, you can fucking see it, like, visibly emanating from her body.
Speech isn't slurred.
You're
you're
arresting Justin Timberlake right now?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yes.
What?
He was driving drunk.
He wasn't.
Her strategy is quite the desperate attempt here. She's like, no, you can't be. You're arresting Justin Timberlake. No, stop it. No, he wasn't driving drunk. No, what? Nuh-uh. You guys are wrong. This can't be. This is Justin Timberlake. So, even though he didn't really play the Justin...
Yeah, I might take it back that she's drunk. I think she might just be a little freak. Like, she's just a little weirdo. Like, because the way that she came up to the officer at first really made me think that she was just like completely hammered. But the way that she's talking now, I just think that she might just be a fucking weird person.
Timberlake card a ton during their interaction. She is using it willy-nilly. And again, it's not working.
He failed every single one of our tests.
What do you mean?
So at this point, so listen, this is a private matter with us and him. Okay, I can't really talk about it too much.
Okay,
just know
he's not. There has to be a moment of talking.
No. Not anymore.
Please help me.
Not anymore.
Why is this blurry?
Hold on.
Okay.
So, hold on. Can I?
My tax dollars should be paying for better resolution than this, people. Why are they taking my money if this is the best they can afford for their fucking body cam?
Guys, please just do me a favor, because
I should be getting 4K body cam footage, okay?
you have bye or
I'm
like
happy.
sexy back.
So,
like,
I'm
do
happy.
me one favor. Let me ask him if he wants me to give him his phone.
Yeah.
Greatest
This is
hits.
insane.
So it's not going to be a long thing. I'll let you walk up real quick.
Please. Help. Okay.
Take a breath,
I'll let you walk up real quick.
She did it. She dropped some track names. Guys, bye, sexy back. We all loved it. So you're going to help me out here, right? We're going to get this solved. And the guy's like, okay, look, you can go talk to him. And as he is like saying like, okay, look, she's like, please, help! Like, come on. So she's starting to get kind of rowdy here about the whole thing. But they do let her go talk to Justin about his phone specifically. And I gotta tell you, I do really like the attempt from her to, drop the old boner jams, as the get out of jail free card. Guys, we all liked bye, right? And just imagine a world where that works, where the officer's like, wait, oh my god, Justin Timberlake, he's in sync, that's right. I love that one. Bye. Yeah, all right, let's go get him out the back. Oh, what will we doing? We feel like real fools now. Thank you so much for reminding us.
What was the traffic violation I missed?
I observed you.
Just so I know for future reference.
I observed you failing to fully stop at the stop sign, and then while you were driving, you failed to keep right on numerous occasions. So you're very.
Wait. Start over. Sorry.
So
one more time.
You failed to stop at the stop sign, and then while you were operating the motor.
Actually, Justin, I think I can chime in here as well to help you for future reference. Just don't drink and drive. It's like the easiest thing in the world to avoid doing, especially for someone with the endless resources that you have. Just call an Uber or have one of your friends that are constantly around you to drive you home when you've been drinking. So that way, not only are you safer for it, but all of the innocent people on the road around you are as well. So you're not jeopardizing their safety. It's actually really easy to avoid drinking and driving, believe it or not, Justin.
Yeah, happy to answer anything I can.
Is this the normal process?
Yeah, everything is pretty standard. Nothing out of the ordinary. We do this for everyone that gets arrested for DWI. Is there anything specifically
Now Justin can be looking. Can be watching himself.
Gotcha. I appreciate you boys for doing your job, man.
I appreciate that you understand that we got to do
I
our thing.
appreciate you boys for doing your job. I had one martini, follow my
Classic flattery, bribery. Oh man, he's looking tan too. He's looking a lot tanner here than in his mugshot.
I appreciate you boys for doing your job. Yeah.
Man, you can just tell by his eyes, he is just not there right now. It really does look like he is hammered, and he keeps doing like these long pauses and then a slight smile, like this devious smirk.
Hey, you moved.
It's odd, but it's because he's drunk. Now, I will say, this isn't the craziest body cam ever released. I went into this expecting it to be just truly degenerate because of how Justin and his team were responding to it, doing everything they could to stop it from being released, silence it. So I really expected it to be much worse. And I think the decision to try and bury it was one that shined a much bigger light on it and most likely had even more people tuning in to see what he was trying to stop everyone from seeing from the body cam. As I've always said, I have no respect for drunk drivers, so I think this is a huge L for Justin Timberlake, and also the follow-up L of trying to suppress it. That was a terrible decision there as well. That was a rough chess maneuver they attempted. Anyway, just wanted to yap about it a bit. That's it.
I love the yap. I love the yap session. Sorry, I got real distracted at the end trying to be funny. I was trying to make a quick thing of like Justin Timberlake's head like peeking up over the the edge of the video to like look at us. But I'm not very talented at or I'm not very used to OBS and like how to do this stuff yet, so it might not have been as funny as I was hoping. But you know what? I gotta try, man. I gotta try to be a funny little goober. You know, that's just my mentality, my personality. So, bye bye, Justin Timberlake. I'm assuming he did his whatever, new like driving trainee or like drunk driving school or whatever that's mandatory, and he's back out there on the streets yet again. Yeah, hire someone, man. Hire a personal driver. You should have already been doing that. Okay. Well, we're almost done here. I'm just going to go over onto X, the Everything app, and we're going to see what's going on over there. What do we got? What do we got? That's an ad. Fuck ads, dude. Whoa, Thomas Massey being a good old boy. The bees were buzzing so loud. Let's see. So the bees were buzzing so loud in the peach orchard this Sunday morning that it was a bit intimidating to stand there. Also, one of our ducks laid a double yolk egg that weighed in at 4.8 ounces, more than double the size of the chickens we bought. Wow. Oh yeah, those bees, they're going hard. They're pollinating. Thomas Massey, I think he's the Republican, but he's the one who did the Epstein file stuff with Ro Khanna, if I remember. So, he's one of the, I guess, quote unquote good ones. I'm sure that I disagree with him on a lot, but yeah. I love good old boy shit like this too, though. I wish that I did at one point want to have like a couple chickens or whatever, but after we bought our house and like the very limited amount of space that we have, I don't really think that I don't think that that's gonna happen probably. Plus, like I'm sure that they would be annoying to our neighbors and stuff or whatever, potentially if we did do something like that. It's something that you would need to, I think, live in like a suburb or have a big backyard or something if you wanted to do. God, fucking stupid ass fucking freaks, man. Stacks of solar panels and 30 tons of humanitarian aid heading to Cuba. Then this fucking freak says, weird how communists need capitalist countries to survive. No, it's weird how a country that you are literally starving and enforcing a brutal medieval style siege on as the world's global superpower, while they are not that, while you have the strongest military in the world and you are like trying to destroy their nation. It's crazy how, yeah, they need extra support from other people in other countries to fucking survive. And also, solar panels, by the way, I don't think most of these solar panels are being produced in fucking capitalist countries right now, okay? I think most of them are coming from China, which I don't know if this guy thinks, I mean, China, like, it is a state capitalist country, but he probably thinks that they're a communist country. So I think the correct way to say this is weird how a communist needs communist countries to survive because, yeah, America and capitalist countries aren't doing shit for them. And it's not even, and this is just outside the realm of, like, a nation state anyway, but. Bro, we get all our finished goods from China and we can't even go for 3 weeks without Iranian oil. Oh, okay, yeah. All these people are so much more eloquent than me. I understand now why they're more popular than me. They've also been doing this a lot longer, okay? Oh, God. What is this? Oh, whoa. I don't really know what this is. Or who this is. Science girl? It says massive attack, but it says massive attack, but I don't. That doesn't seem like an attack. That seems like a part. Like that seems like a bit in their set. Not a bit, but like a they're making a political statement or whatever by putting like people in their audience, like putting them in these little boxes that look like facial recognition boxes or whatever. That just seems like a political statement. But I don't know if that's an attack, but I don't know the details of this story, so it could be. Oh, okay. The trans debate in 17 seconds. Let's see.
Alors, Guignou, vous êtes transgenre, vous étiez une
You used to
fille
be a
et maintenant
girl,
vous êtes un garçon.
and now you're a boy.
Êtes-vous heureux?
Oui, je
And
suis
you're
très
happy.
heureux.
Yes, I'm really happy.
Oui, mais enfin tout
Sure,
de même,
but
Jésus. Oh ta gueule.
Jesus.
Voilà, c'était Flash Débat. À demain.
So he said, but listen, Jesus. And then the guy says, can it? I agree. I agree. I assure you that Jesus would not be out there, uh, shilling hate for every human on the planet that is like slightly different than a white evangelical Protestant or whatever. Okay. I assure you that much. As secular, as Pope of the seculars, I know that I don't have a right to speak for Jesus, okay? As he is not in my realm of dominion. However, I can analyze Jesus from a secular perspective and from a historical perspective and from a political perspective. And everything that I know about it is that he was always out there on the front lines for marginal people. I think he is a very, a very good figure in terms of history and politics. But let's see here. Viva Cuba, Code Pink out there doing their thing. Ooh, oh God. I have to watch this. Adam Friedland went on Destiny. God, I hope he fucking demolishes him. I already saw the word Israel pop up on here. We'll watch this clip real quick. But yeah, fuck Destiny, dude. He is the worst. He is the epitome of a like edgelord Reddit atheist, like hyper liberal or whatever. Like I don't really know how to describe him, but he is probably the most annoying, potentially the most annoying type of person to me. Like I would rather hang out with like a fucking MAGA dude or something than like this fucking freak. Like seriously, I would definitely rather hang out with a MAGA dude than this guy, because at least a MAGA dude is going to be entertaining with how with how ridiculously stupid he is. He is like the pure embodiment of annoying. Like if annoying were a person, if the general concept of annoying was a person, it would be this guy right here. So let's watch this clip and get prepared for watching this video at some point.
I did a lot of preparation for the Finkelstein interview.
People said I cooked
Okay, it didn't show. You got your fucking shit rocked by Finkelstein.
way harder than you.
I don't think we ever debated anything of substance.
Not on your debate.
Yeah.
I didn't watch a 17-hour debate on Lex Friedman about Israel.
My bad.
Where some fucking goy is popping off about my shit.
I'm
so fucking Okay. I've said before that I'm not like Adam Friedland. I like him, but he is a little bit annoying to me as well because he seems somewhat pretentious and tryhardy and like trying to like I don't know. So sometimes he gives me the vibe that he's like just a little bit too much of like a ladder climber or whatever, like trying to become popular. But this moment right here. Come on, dude. Come on. This is perfect. This is perfect. Oh my gosh. Like wait, I gotta. Where's a good, what's the best frame here? Can I download this or something? Ah, no, I can't. Okay. Um, Let me just snip this. Sorry, I'm gonna have to use this for something. I don't know what, but this is an incredible. Actually, let me. Oh,
Preparation for.
oh, I lost the frame. What's the clearest one? Does it ever focus? No, it doesn't. Okay. I think that's the best frame. Okay, we're gonna do a little snippety snip. Doop. There we go. And this is going to, I'm going to post this at some point in some form or fashion. Maybe maybe I'll post it as like an after the fact, go check out my VOD or something. But it's just too funny, man. It's too funny of a picture. Um, Adam, well, what should I call the picture? Oh, we'll call it Adam Friedland, Frame, Moggs, Destiny. Yeah, that's good enough. Adam Friedland, Frame, Moggs, Destiny. Incredible. I have to end it on that. I'm sorry, people. I always say I try to end on a funny one, and that was the funniest fucking thing I've seen in a while. I take back every negative thing I've ever said about Adam Friedland. He deserves the world. He deserves all of his fame and recognition. He's not a a fame monger like trying to climb the ladder to fame in an annoying way. He is perfect, and I love him. Um, okay, well, thanks everybody who has watched. Anybody watching the VOD, love you guys too. The world's crazy out there. This has been a fun little casual stream that hopefully we had some good laughs. And I might try publishing the clips this time. I decided to try recording locally for once to see how that goes. I might try publishing the clips a little bit, earlier than I usually would. Like right after this, I'll see. I'm not making any promises though. Never take anything I say as like a promise that I'm going to do this. I might get lazy or go do other things, and it might be a while. But anyway, yeah. This has been Technically Clay, and the stream is technically over. Bye bye.